AEW Dynamite starts off with the Continental Classic match between Will Ospreay, Brody King. Did not really watch this match. I didn't really care about this match because I already knew who was gonna win. Plus, the match that happened after this was the more important match that really determined things into Continental Classic. Determine what's really gonna happen at World's End. Will Ospreay picks up the victory. Don't really need to go too much into the match. After this, though, we end up getting Darby Allin versus Ricochet. This was a very important match. Towards the end of the match, though, you get Darby Allin. He's going for the coffin drop. It's less than a minute left. It's counting to the final seconds. He goes for the coffin drop, hits it, but he ends up running out of time before he gets the pin, and Ricochet, well, it ends up standing in a draw, but Ricochet ends up being the winner of the Gold League, and Will Ospreay ends up being the runner-up of the Gold League. So that's going to be very interesting to who their opponents are at World's End. Very because I was confused on how the tournament works, but now after the show, I realized that the runner-up of the Gold League faces the winner of the Blue League, and then the runner-up of the Blue League faces the winner of the Gold League. I didn't think it worked that way, so very interesting how they're gonna play that out. Very interesting to see how Ricochet would be in at World's End, because I just don't see a world where he wins it, especially with what they're doing with his heel character. I will say his heel gimmick is getting over, even though I'm not gonna say I don't enjoy it. It's a whatever gimmick, but it fits him and it's working. He's getting heel heat, so it's working. This is better than what he was getting in WWE because he wasn't really getting much reactions outside of when he performed in WWE. So this is actually pretty solid. This is good for Ricochet. Darby Allin, we already know what's next for him, with him going after the Death Riders, especially after what happens in the next match, which I'm going to lead into. I don't know if I just don't see a world where Ricochet actually wins the Continental Classic, only because they're playing a story with him and Swerve. Him and Swerve keep having backstage segments, so I'm assuming that's going to be the next thing if they're going to keep pushing that story. And plus, Swerve did say if Ricochet loses, then he's going to embarrass him. So I'm assuming that's going to play into a story as well. So we'll see how that plays out. After this, we end up getting Claudio versus Kommander. Now, I wasn't really invested into this match until the ending because I was shocked by the ending. Kommander is on the outside. He goes underneath the ring, and it's Darby Allin's jacket. And inside Darby Allin's jacket, he ends up finding brass knucks, hits Claudio with the brass knucks, and ends up actually picking up the victory, which I was very shocked by. Then the Death Riders comes out, attack Kommander. Then you get Jay White, who just I can't even say the word, casually just walks out. He didn't walk with no urgency or nothing. He just walked very casually very casually to the ring. He didn't even make it to the ring quickly because Orange Cassidy, who actually has some type of urgency, ran to the ring, took out majority of the members. Then Jay White finally comes in, helps Orange Cassidy. Then you get Jon Moxley. He comes out, takes out Orange and Jay White with the briefcase, cuts like a little mini promo, says a few words. Then you end up getting Hangman. He comes out, and then you end up seeing him get cornered by all the baby faces, and they end up taking out Jon Moxley. The briefcase was on the ground where Jay White tries to pick it up, but Hangman steps on it, not allowing Jay White to pick it up. This was fine. This just clearly tells me that Jon Moxley is retaining, which I think everyone already knows. I'm just looking forward to what happens afterwards, because I'm going to be honest, I totally forgot that World's End was even happening this Saturday. Totally forgot. Totally forgot AEW was even having a pay-per-view. That's how not invested I have been in AEW. That's how boring AEW has been to me in these recent weeks. I just totally forgot that they even had a pay-per-view this week. I'm going to have my predictions vid coming out later on today. But yeah, I totally forgot they even had a pay-per-view. But the match should be fire, but Jon Moxley's winning. Hopefully Darby Allin, I'm assuming the next challenger, hopefully that builds some intrigue, and hopefully this story ends with Darby or somebody dethroning Jon Moxley soon, because we don't need this story to go on any further after this. It will be interesting to see the match because during this promo they was talking about how each member of the match have help with oh my god, I can never say their faction name right. The conglomeration, Bang Bang Gang, and then Jon Moxley with the Death Riders, and then they're trying to play the story with CD and Hangman, so we'll see how that plays out. After this win, I'm getting Shelton and Okada, which is another match I did for the Continental Classic to finish out the rest of the matches. Another match I did not pay attention to because I knew Okada was winning, and plus it was the match after this, which is the really determining match that really affects everything, which ends up being Kyle Fletcher versus Dan Garcia, which Kyle Fletcher ended up winning. So Kyle Fletcher is the winner of the Blue League, and Okada is the runner-up. So now we're getting Will Ospreay and Kyle Fletcher again. And then we're getting Okada versus Ricochet in the pay-per-view. Okay. This is very interesting because since we're running back Will Ospreay and Kyle Fletcher, are they really going to have Will Ospreay lose twice to Kyle Fletcher? Which I have a hard time believing, but I did say that Kyle Fletcher is the only one that should win this tournament. No one else should win this. I'm just going to be honest. Will Ospreay doesn't need it. Ricochet, I could kind of see, but I feel like you should build up on his heel gimmick more before you start pushing him to win championships. Okada doesn't need it. Now, part of my fear is that they're going to have Okada win this tournament and then Kenny Omega returns and he be the one to dethrone Okada, which I just don't like that idea at all. The match will probably be fire, but just the story, and I just don't think neither of them need it. I think Kyle Fletcher, you build him up, have him dominate this tournament, and have him stand tall. Now, the Continental title doesn't mean anything, to be honest with you, but nonetheless, it will build Kyle Fletcher and really ride his momentum of being a new dangerous heel. I think he's the only one that makes sense. Overall, this show, if you like pro wrestling, if you like just strictly in-ring ability, this was a great show for you. If you're more like me, who cares more about the story, then this show isn't for you. But overall, it was a show. It was whatever. Not all in. Oh my God. My World's End predictions vid should be coming out later on today. You guys make sure you like, comment, subscribe, leave your opinions down below. But yeah, I don't have much to say. This was a whatever show, but I'm very interested to see how World's End play out. But yeah, leave your opinions down below. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. But yeah, that's it.